Hello and welcome. So this is now the voice of our Python guy, Elijah Bolaji. Today I dey excited to bring in another video, and this video will just show us how to check our system if you get Python installed. If you don't get Python installed, how you want to download the Python. If you download the Python, how you want to set up the Python for our system, and all of those things before we start coding. So just follow this step carefully, and you get yourself up and running before we start enter the main code aspect where they go. So the first thing you go do to check if you get Python installed for your system or not, you go your start menu, or maybe click your Windows menu. Anywhere where you click, you see search for CMD. CMD stands for your command prompt. Your command prompt will come up like this. You go see my own are black screen and green text. Your own go be white text. I don't customize my own. So to check if Python dey installed, the first thing you go do, just type Python, then give space, then give 2 hyphen, then you write version. Python, give space, then you write dash 2 times and version. Between the dash and the version, no space. If you hit on enter, you go see if Python dey installed, you go tell you say you get Python installed, and you go tell you the version of the Python. If Python no dey installed, you go tell you say no command found, or something like that. So if you dey see this one, it means say you don't install Python, no wahala. If you continue, if you know they say small wahala go dey, we go still need to install them, but all join you go run them. But I want make you understand something. If you dey use Mac computers, that's Apple computer, chances they say your system come with Python, but maybe na old version, Python 2 or thereabout. But whether Mac, whether Windows, to download and install are still the same steps. So by checking this, the next thing we go just go any of your favorite browser, open them, then go this address python.org. Python.org. If you go python.org, if you open python.org, you go open one kind page like this. Then from this page like this, you go fit download your Python. You see download for Windows. Automatically the website go detect the kind of system where they use. If they use Mac, it will show you download for Mac. If they use Windows, it will show you download for Windows. So this one will show me download for Windows. So of course, you click your button, you download them, and you get them for your downloads folder. But I know they download because me, I don't download. I don't install. So we don't check out the first thing come up for our list. Now say we don't check our Python. We don't see how to download Python. Another thing we want to see today now, how to download IDEs. IDEs now our integrated development environment. Now the place where we write our code. Some people prefer to write for that black screen where I first show you. Some people prefer to write for idle, which comes default by installation. Some people they prefer to write for VS Code. Some people they prefer to write for Jupyter. But for the sake of this journey, we will write for VS Code most of the time. So we go browser as well. If you just search for Google VS Code download, Visual Studio Code download, or you go this address right here, code.visualstudio.com. If you enter this address like this for your browser, it will take you to where you go download. You will come this page, so you download for your own particular operating system. If you see, that you download for Windows, Linux, or Mac, whatever operating system you use, they get their own installation file. And the last thing I want to install, because you go need that later, now Node.js. Node.js na another Node.js na another good thing we will carry along with our Python as well. And the reason we go in that be say get some extension for Visual Studio Code where we say if you know work except some node packages they install. So the same thing, you go nodejs.org, or you just search from Google Node.js download. It will carry you come page like this. You click on the option of download. You go see they tell you say either download from a package manager, binary, source code, or preview. So most of the time you pick this option so that if you just download them and install them for your system. Again, I don't need to download and install for my system because I don't get them. If I want to check, maybe I get them, I'll just do node. Just like we check for Python, you go tell me, say, okay, I get node and my node version are 20.6.1. So now just the whole thing be that about downloading and of course installing a normal installation process. You know, just click buttons here and there, you install. And during installation, please make you take notes. You will see one small place where they ask you some kind of question, say add to path. Most of the time for Python, I will go show you that just allow add to path, make it install, then you are up and good. But in case you know add to path, maybe you just do mistake, you just go ahead, you install it without adding to path, nothing spoil. If you come this part of your Windows, as if you want to check your Windows information, go advanced system for here. If you open this place, you will see environment variables. Go environment variables. Then for this whole place, if you set up system variables for your Python, if you set them up as path, if you set them up as path, you will see say you go dey part of the path. You will see my own. They come set Python for here. So this one video for another time, how to set up path. I don't want to make this video too long, but if you know say during installation you miss the part where you say add to path, because if you not add to path, the system no go recognize them. Just either you just hit me up for requests for videos to set up path, or you just do a small search and see setting up environment variable. That one a small thing, too hard. So after you don't get everything installed and running, of course, if you go your search or you search for VS Code from your programs, you will see VS Code it be like this. It gets, I don't know what I call this sign, but you get this blue mark. If you open them up, you will see with a black screen with your welcome screen and all of those things. So before you continue, the good idea maybe say, if you want to start program, always create a folder that will hold all your programs. Some people will call them folder, some people will call them directory, so that you have all your source files inside that particular folder. Then you can come to your VS Code, you can do a file, you can do a open folder. Then if you open that folder, the folder will open. And if you install, if you create whatever files you want to create for inside. But before we continue, you use VS Code, you get some small setup where I want to make we do, so that we'll really enjoy to use our VS Code. The first one, you come file, you see within the correct autosave. Normally, if you know select this autosave, whenever you write your code, you go need to save it manually, but time wastage, we won't remember to save code manually and all of those things, so not stress. So just click. By default, you go see this place there unticked, but now you go come here, make sure you tick autosave, so that your codes go to save automatically. That's one. The second thing be say I want me you go your extensions. You see this part, just count 1 2 3 4. The fifth one an extension. Go your extension store, you go see plenty extensions, things where we say if small things if you use along with your VS Code, we say you go save your time, you go save you a lot of effort, and your coding go be smarter and more efficient. So if you go there, I want to make you start for something they call Code Runner. If you search for Code Runner for your extension, you will see different version of Code Runner. Now this one that they use, Code Runner, you go see they run C, run C++, run Java, and all of those things by Jonhan. Yes, by Jonhan. So if you click on them, you go see where to install and you go install them, because now here we go they use, so that if they run our program inside our VS Code without actually going out to the run our Python file. So please take note of those things. Install your VS Code, pick your extension, and all of these things. So another thing I want to talk about now, file type, file extension. Just like you did play your MP3, your MP4, your JPEG pictures, your PNG pictures, your PDF documents, your system needs to know the extension in your system. They take note the current file where they run for the sake of Python. Every file where you create, they end with extension of py, mostly in small letter. If you want to install something, you go see now exe. Of course, anything where you check for your system, they always get extension if you take note of them. So any Python file where they create for your system, you go end with py. For example, most say I want to create a new file. and I call my column today. So this, after this dot sign, it dey ask us which kind file this file be. I go say na Python. If na Python, I go say py. So automatically my system know say na Python file the file be. So now wetin we dey talk about when we talk say na file extension be that, na Python file the file be. So we come, we check our system to see maybe we get Python, we get Node. If we don't see, and we do a Python download from python.org. We download VS Code. We set all the environment variables. That's for those we no allow set himself when they install them. We run VS Code. We activate autosave, and we say okay, we want extension, and one of the first extension we will get na code runner, and we want write our first program now. So if you don't install code runner and it work well, if you look at the top right hand side of your IDE, when you open it, you will see one small play button like that. It show you say code runner don't install. So with this code runner, if you take run your Python, your JavaScript, any kind of code you write for VS Code, this code runner will help you run them within the scope of your IDE without, because normally if you want to run Python code, for example, you will need to open your command prompt or your PowerShell or your bash file, whatever software you use. Then you will need to write Python. You will need to write the name of the file. Then you will need to write .py. If you write on like this, hit on enter. Now then you go come run the file for you, for your system. But if I try this one, I no go do anything, because it said if you open any file. Now this one they look for file for user for file name. I no get any file like that. You can see it says no such file in directory. So once I get time, you go open them. So the reason we do use code runner now to save time. So let's write our first program, and let's say our first program we just want to do something simple. If you watch our first video, we do a simple print statement, and they're exciting. This one we just want to ask person for a name, and the person will provide a name, and after the person provide a name, we will come greet the person. So it is simple. What will be our plan? More right plan. This is the best way for you to program. At times, just get plan for ground where you want to follow. The plan be say, first plan be say we want request person name. Then after we request the person name, what you want carry the person name do? It is very simple. We want process the name, and finally we want greet the person, call their name. Now what you want to be this at the end of the day for the first. So we'll follow our plan one by one. We want to request the person name. If you want to request anything for Python, you can always request them with this input. So input now one of the functions. So if you call, and of course with the use VS Code, they show you one or two things. They tell you, say, okay, if you call this thing and they take string, we go talk about data types when we start our courses in full. They say they take string, and a string that they use work. So definitely you see this small symbol where you pass here. Now the symbol you go use inside the function as you call them. I go pass the symbol like this. Then I go say, please. Now make I use pigeon here. I beg, enter your name. So anything I enter there, now what I want to see at the end of the day, now what the person go see be that. So this one go ask the person for their name, but I want it will be say please collect the name, save them for variable. So in that case, I will just say person. Might use camel case so that we go remember this thing small. Person name. I will collect the name. I will save them for person name. So if I collect the name and I save them for person name, then I won't come greet the person. Might create a new variable, maybe say greeting. I'll just call them greeting. I won't save string for inside, and the string I won't save won't talk something like how you dey now my G, something like that. This one save now string. We will talk about all these things as we go. So I won't collect the person name. I want greet the person, say, hey, my G, how you doing now? And after G, I want make sure say I call the person name out. Whoever they use the program, I will call the person name out. So at the end of the day, I want print. I will quickly use a formatted printing for string interpolation, but when we start, I will tell us what all these things mean. So I won't greet the person, say, how you doing now? My G at the end of the day. So how I want to take a greet them? Might just go ahead and say I'll call the person. I'll call the person name. I'll call the person name to start with. Then I will go ahead and call the greeting. Both of them are variables. So something like this go just this person name go return whatever thing the person enter for here. Then the greeting go return whatever greeting we set for here. So like we say, our plan, we say we want to request the name. I think we do for line 6. We want process the name. Part of requesting and processing still they happen for line 6. We want to greet the person. Move out to our plan. We want set greeting variable. But we no forget say this one will they pass from line 1 to line 5 on our comment, and we don't agree, we don't conclude say comments no be part of the code, but they run as part of the code now just for identification where would they do. So if you even comment for here, say this first line now waiting, they ask for the person name. So that everybody will want to use this your program, or later you come back, you go understand what they do. If you say they arrange the kind greeting where we go greet them. At the end of the day, then the last one, what will they do be say they greet the person. So now what we want get at the end of the day with this. So make I run this program or run this program together, go run them inside one small terminal because of the request for input. I will tell us the reason why when we start up proper. So I want to run this program now. Like I said, when I show us for the black screen, so I either write Python or I write py, it will still work. Python, I'll come run today.py. Now pay attention to this place. You see what he say? I beg enter your name. Make I enter one of my guy name, one of my correct guy, his name na Musa. If I click on enter, see what he say Musa, how you dey now, my G. You understand? So our plan don't work. We ask for the person name, we process the name, we set the variable to greet them and greet them. Most say we want add a little bit more greeting. Most say how you dey now, my G. We want add good morning. For example, because now in the morning they run this video. So make I run this same program again. I will come this place, run today. Now I go use the name of another person. Make I say Michael. It's waiting, right? Michael, how you doing now, my G? Good morning. So you see, the more we set our variables, now waiting one greater must be this. This one dynamic variable where they change based on the person they enter in detail they change and all of those things. So for our subsequent videos, when we start data type, we will see the reason why we they use most of these symbols and how we take use them, and which kind of data type we use and all of those things. So recap of what we get today. We say now we don't check our system. If we get Python, fine. We don't need to install. If we don't get, we install VS Code as IDE. We'll check environment variables. We go run VS Code, install extensions, activate autosave and all of these things. And we know say any file will end with py. Now Python file. And Python they case sensitive. When we get to that part, we go talk about them. But make all your extensions, either MP3, MP4, and all those things. Try make it the end with small letter. And just convention for me. It they more convenient. Then we don't run our first program at the end of the day. So this video go there available. So I'll go check again. Shout out to Butterverse for everything wey they do, their effort and all of that. We just need to make una dey like am, make una dey share, dey follow, dey subscribe. Now the only way when I fit take encourage us, make we dey do more for this particular innovation we will get be that. Like I said, our plan now to make sure say everybody at all, you sabi all these things so that tomorrow you no go sleep wake up here say one AI don't take your work or one software don't take your work somewhere. We want making a day on top of the game. So I will see una for the next video. Bye bye and take care. Once again, now the voice of Elijah Abolaji Oluwatoyosi, they hear.